Hi YouTube, Tommy here, making a video. It's an advice gathering video for me. I want some correspondence on it, some replies. Don't tell me to go get lost, please. That would not be very nice, but if you've got any good information, throw it my way, okay? If you're new to the channel, we used to have 15 trucks and cut it back. We've got 7 Cascadias now, and it's quite nice and mellow and easy to run compared to 15. We don't have any fringe drivers, that's what I call them, guys that are not 100% professional. I've got 7 professional men driving 7 trucks that are decent trucks. We haul flatbeds and reefers out of Idaho. So that's the background. The things that I'm looking for questions on are, I have a disabled daughter that I look after all the time, and every now and again I get the notion to go trucking, and it's a bit of a hassle to be lifting her up and then out the truck, and the truck stops. I've been stopped twice before, and I've also had somebody follow me into a hotel when I've taken my daughter in there because I have to direct her where we're going, and people think that you're kidnapping them or I've had the police show up because I'm having to direct her where she's going, and it just, anyway, I'm glad people do phone in case somebody ever did steal her away from us, but I don't want to be taking her to truck stops and doing the whole 100% trucking thing. So I have the idea to take my services on the road and do some hotshot trucking, okay? For those of you who don't really know what hotshotting is, you get a 1-ton twin wheel. It doesn't have to be, but if it's a CDL one, it's better if it is, in my opinion. And to go and take it with a 40-foot trailer with the ramps at the back and go trucking with that. So that's what I would like to do. I see people doing it on the YouTube, and they look like they're having a lot of fun with it and making a little bit of money while they're doing it. Taking partials here and there, but I test drove one today, and I'm going to let you have a look around it, see what you think, and yeah, comments please. Hope the wind's not getting this too noisy, but this is it. It's a 1-ton Dodge Ram Cummins diesel, 6.7 litre engine in it, 4-wheel drive, alloy wheels. I kind of like it. I drove it today, couple of little scratches. It's not brand new. It's a 2019 with 80,000 miles on it. A little dent here, and there seems like there's something else on it. A little scuff along here where somebody's went through somewhere too close. But that's it. Okay, I'll open it up, let you have a look inside. Okay, some people you can take these away and then put a frame in there and you can make a bed. I'm probably too tall for that, but hold up there. This is the front. Got the sunroof and all that, so nice truck. Alright, so get back in the truck here, hold on. It's got an 8-foot bed there, bit there for the towing hitch. Bloody windy. Okay, here's some of the questions. It's a nice truck that, I drove it today. It's a lot smoother than I thought it would be for some reason. I thought they would have hard suspension if it was a 1-ton. Maybe the extra wheels make it softer, I don't know. I see a lot of videos on there. If anybody knows anything about these Cummins diesels and what to look out for, that thing there I'll give you, it's 2019, 83,000 miles on it. You see what it is, 4-wheel drive, and that's all I know. I'd like to know whether it's they're a good thing, what to look for. I've heard of a thing called an ASON and an ISON transmission. Don't know what that is. I've heard of them having air suspension, spring suspension. I've heard of them having high output, low output. I don't know what models changed and when they changed and whether that's a good year to buy. I know if you've got a Cummins truck engine and it was made in 2015 or 16, 16 or 17, you might be stuffed a little bit because the steel wasn't that good. I know there are certain years that the pack car engine was worse than others, so if anybody knows anything about the Cummins diesel, I'd like to know. If anybody's got any ideas about doing the hot shotting, whether it's a good idea or not, I'd like to know. I fancy it, I got to tell you. I quite like the idea that I'm driving a pickup right now. Alright, it doesn't have that great big fat butt sticking out either side with the extra wheel on it, but I think you might get used to that. But I like the idea that, I mean, if I took Elena with me, I would stop in hotels, and if my wife came out and we wanted to go in the pickup, we could, you know, stay in hotels, and we stayed at hotels anyway with the big truck, but you know, you could unhook somewhere and drive around, and I think it would be easier. I don't know whether it would or not, but I think it'd be easier to go trucking in a pickup than it would be in a big rig, because I think you would be able to get in and out of smaller spots. You wouldn't have to build up your air and just all the stuff that comes with it. And these guys that are doing this, they're getting better rates than we're getting with the flatbeds and the reefers. If they've got partials on, you know, if it's just straight rates. I see some of them now. Did this load come out of Florida and I only paid $2 a mile, and I thought, $2 a mile on a pickup coming out of Florida. I can't tell you the last time I get anything like that in the last 10 years coming out of Florida in a big truck, never mind a pickup. So they seem to be running between 8 and 11 to 12 miles to the gallon when they're pulling a load, obviously with a pickup. If you've got a tall load of hay on there or something like that, and the wind's catching it and it's heavy, you know, you're going to get less fuel mileage than you would get if you've got something that's a tarp load that's only a foot tall stuck behind your pickup truck. You know, so that'll vary quite a bit, but it varies in the big trucks as well. Any information, it'd be greatly appreciated, because that's 53 grand. It's 5-year-old, but those Cummins diesels, especially 1 ton with a decent spec inside it, they are not cheap at all, and they hold their money like stink. You know, that's 100 grand and it's 5-year-old, new anyway. And when you get right down to it, to lose that, half the value in 5 years, it isn't too bad in a truck, I don't think. But you check now, when they're 10-year-old, they're not much less than that. So, but one of our subscribers on here, Robbie from Texas, he told me that he knows somebody that buys them when they're 80,000 miles on them and runs them, you know, until about 150 or so, and get rid of them when you can still get some residual value on them before you kill them with high miles. But anything, really anything. I would hopefully be putting, there's a guy on here that I watch all the time, Alex Cogan, and they've got these PG trailers, 40 foot long, including the ramps that flip over. They're part of the deck, then you flip them over to be able to put equipment on there. But it looks like it could be fun. It looks like it's more variety than and I dare say you get, you know, I know that if you're pulling a hill, oh, freaking road closed ahead. Beautiful. Hold on a second there, kids. Hold on. Starsky and Hutch. Right, that's it. Back on the road, going the wrong way. But no, I fancy the Hotshot. It just looks like a good adventure, a bit of a hustle, like an active hustle. So with a truck, a reefer, it's, I don't want to criticise people that are doing it, because I've done it and I've got guys doing it that are friends of mine, but it's a bit of a brain dead job, and I don't mean that like that people that do it are thick. I mean, it's just a bit of a, you know, you go up to a shed up here in Rexburg, you back into the door, you don't go inside anymore. You just stand, you just sit there like a lump, and then they'll tell you, call you up, come in, get your paperwork, pull on the scale, weigh it, drive away. And that could be out of Florida, just sitting there. And you've got certain rules that you have to abide by. It's the same ELD regulations, but I'll bet you that you can scurry along through the United States in a pickup truck pulling a 40-foot gooseneck trailer quicker than you can in a Freightliner with a 53-foot reefer behind it, loaded to the max. So it just seems like you could hustle quicker. And then if you've got a load on that's only 20 feet long and you've got space on your deck, you know, they're always looking, you know, to have your iPad mounted up, and you could be, are you allowed to do that? You could be looking for other partials to go along with it, pick up, and let's say you left Idaho Falls with a load going to Atlanta, and then there's a load in Cheyenne going to, Nashville, you know, and then you can do that, and then you pick up as you go, you know. And when it's a partial, I do believe, correct me if I'm wrong, that the time constrictions are not as tight if it's a partial a lot of times. You know, it's just like LTL stuff, and I think there's a lot more LTL freight out there now because Yellowway are going, you know. So maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. It's the Billy Joel song, isn't it? But there you go. Just a thought, just a notion of it's not going to go away. And I know myself, I know my personality. When you get that notion, for me, I'm not the kind of guy that will think, oh well. It niggles away at me and keeps nudging me, and I keep thinking, I've just got to try it. If it does, trying it doesn't work out, I'll just need to get me a fifth wheel trailer and hitch onto it and drag it down to the oil field and try and do some work down there with have something to pull it with. But this is a bit of a ramble video, sporadic thoughts on whether to have, it's an expensive truck for me. I've never spent anything like that in a pickup truck before, nothing even close. So, but everywhere I look around, people have got nice cars and nice trucks and expensive ones, you know, so might as well just jump on the American bandwagon and get myself ratcheted up with the Chucky. But there, we'll see. Any thoughts on it, anybody, let me know. I would genuinely like to know. This is not just a video that as a tire kicker. This is a video because I'm quite serious about it. So if it works, great. If it doesn't, you sell the trailer and get a new pickup. Worst case scenario. Also need to check and see if it's easy to insure or not. So let me know what you know, man. Thanks for watching.